Welcome to my world, everyone. This is Like It or Not with Michael Lane, and Michael Lane is who I be. I'm back at the Hood Dungeon. Of course, the reception is grainy because there's not much happening here. So forgive me for the videos where my face may break up or something like that, you know what I'm saying? But this is the spot right here, so I gotta, do my thing in the Hood Dungeon. Check this out, y'all. Jason Collins is back in the NBA. Signed a 10-day contract with the Brooklyn Nets. He was formerly of the New Jersey Nets, where he went to 2 NBA Finals as a member of the Nets. He also played in other teams as well. He had a 12-year career, I believe. He played for 12 years. He's 35 years old. 12, 15 years, something like that. But, Jason Collins, everybody knows that now he is the first openly gay athlete to ever play in North American sports, and he is celebrated. And everybody is just stepping up, and he's getting up. Now, before then, he couldn't beg one person to interview him after the game. Now he's walking in, and it is a bunch of people, like you thought it was Michael Jordan. But it's mainly the people who do not follow sports, who are not into sports. And but not to rain on his parade. Because, first off, for me, forget all that sex stuff. It's good to see him back playing, and I wish him the best. And I think he is a very nice person, but I got to break it down. The media is making love to him, and it makes me just kind of trip out. Obama and all these other people. Obama invited him to many functions, and it makes me wonder. Everybody is forgetting, or some people may not even know, about Jason Collins' past life. Now, Jason Collins was married. Well, not married, but he was about to get married. He was once engaged to a former WNBA basketball player, Carolyn Moose. Now, she was a former Washington Mystic. And you may not know what happened, okay? I have one problem with Jason Collins, and one problem only. Not what he does in the bedroom. I don't have a problem with that. I don't care. Not even what he does on the basketball court, because he is a role player. He's not a star player. He's a role player who knows his role, and he plays the role well. I don't have a problem with what he does on the basketball court. But here's my problem. Carolyn Woos, who's been handling it greatly. Carolyn has, at one point, it was 1 month before the marriage. They were engaged, everything was going great. And then all of a sudden he calls Carolyn and says that the marriage is off. That was it. And she wanted an explanation. What's going on? Didn't get any. He just said that the marriage is off. So you're going from, now she really loved that man. She was interviewed last year. She's not thought of now, but she's interviewed last year by a few people. It really didn't blow up into a big news thing. I was watching on Inside Edition, and she still loves him. It's just something in her. She still loves the man. But a month before the marriage, he calls, nothing. She didn't hear anything from him, and she didn't hear anything about it until 4 years later. She got the reason. 4 years later. And it wasn't by Jason. It was by Sports Illustrated, telling her, as she reads the news and everybody's going crazy in the media, that he is gay. Now, she tripped out. She was just tripping, like, wait a minute. What? She didn't, he didn't let me know, and she didn't know. 4 years later, and it wasn't by Jason Collins. Now, she's handled it with class. Now, she said that she empathizes with him. She understands all that. She empathizes with the dude. But at the same time, she's hurt. And she's still hurt that there was no kind of waves of communication. None. So that's my problem. And my other problem is this. Where's Obama? Where's these other people with the war on women? They're supposed to stick up for women. I don't like it where people think that all because you are a homosexual, that means you can not be looked at as any other people. That you have to be looked at differently and you can slide through stuff. No, I don't care if Jason Collins was with another man and decided to go with another woman. He has to let that man know. I don't care what kind of sex it is. It's about relationships, period. Jason Collins, all Jason Collins had to do, he handled it absolutely horribly. Now, it's not easy living the life that he was living a lie. It's not easy. You're trying to be everything to everyone. Okay, it's tough. But there's still no excuse how she was treated. She loved you. The love of her life. All you had to do is not pick up a phone, is walk up to her, look her in the eye, and let her know it's over. And you tell her why. Communication is the best thing. That's all you had to do. Make it easy. You just spill your heart out. And you have to say, and now you don't just do it all at once. Of course, you kind of ease your way into it. But there was a better way of handling it. Instead of calling her a month before the wedding, telling her it's off, and then just cutting off all kinds of communication. Where's the media? Even after tonight's game, even after last night's game, against the Lakers, they had a big press conference. And throughout the whole thing, he's talking about thanking his fans, thanking his teammates, meeting new people. And he never, ever, and I have never, please, if you all out there, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I have never, ever heard Jason mention this woman. I've never heard him mention Carolyn. Not once. She went public. And after she went public with it, he should have went public and said, I'm sorry, Carolyn. I was wrong. I handled it horribly. And I find this interesting, what she said. She said he's being hailed as a pioneer as a result of, being honest, But she believed true heroism is a result of being honest with yourself and the ones you love. She's hurt. She's still in pain. That's something you don't get over. Not the fact that he's gay, but the fact that she was in love and he just broke off. He left and he said it's over and done with, and he disappeared. It was like 1 minute. It was like almost a death, because 1 minute you see him and the next minute he's gone. And again, it has nothing to do with his sexuality. It has something to do with handling it, the situation, handling it. And the media would not ask him any tough questions, which he deserved, because he did her wrong. You don't get a pass because you're gay. You're just like anybody else. You just do things differently. But that doesn't leave you faultless. That doesn't mean you have to go do this. You have to commit murder. That don't mean you have to cheat on your fiance, whether they're male or female. Or you don't have to. That don't mean you have to go out and steal. That don't mean you have to go and cut somebody out for no reason. It doesn't give you a pass. And that pass, what he did to her, was foul. It was straight up foul. And I don't have a problem with what he's doing now. I have a problem with that. And he at least should be called to question and forced to at least talk about it for a second. At least apologize publicly and then privately. This should not be upheld. Oh, that's okay. He's lifted to a higher standard because he came out gay. Now, some people say that he is handling it with class. And I agree. Jason Collins, he is handling this whole media circus and everything, he is handling it with class. He's definitely doing that. But one thing that bothers me, there's a woman that's hurting, and it's because of him. Not his sexuality. It's because of him and his actions and the way he handled it. So as far as that, the one problem I have with that and how he's still handling it and refused to mention her, refused to talk about her, and refused to apologize seemingly, because I didn't hear it. If that's the case, then he's handled that with no class, like it or not.